me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine.
Tonight's Greenlight Maine is sponsored by the Maine DECD, helping businesses and communities prosper.
Hello, we're back with a brand new episode of Greenlight Maine, where two companies go head-to-head for the opportunity to win $100,000 or more to grow our great state of Maine one dream at a time. I'm Don Gooding, your host tonight, and I hope you will join in. You can learn more at greenlightmaine.com, share your thoughts and hopes in our online communities on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and work on your big idea for next season. Let's start by meeting our three highly capable judges. First, we have John Veman, who is president of JVA Marketing Network. John, great to have you here.
It's great to be here, Don. Looking forward to it.
And then we have Deb Newman, who is president of the Bangor Region Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for being here, Deb.
Very excited to be here, especially because we're talking about food.
Ah, yes, two food companies tonight.
You had me there.
Absolutely. And then finally, we have our sponsor of the evening and a big sponsor this season, George Gervais, Commissioner of the Maine Department of Economic and Community Development. So thanks for being here, George.
Thanks for having me.
All right, well, we are ready for our first pitch of the evening. We have with us Lorraine Figello of Buco Chips.
Thank you, Don, and thank you, judges, for being here. Buco means coconut in Tagalog, which is the national language of the Philippines. I grew up in the Philippines, raised in Atlanta, lived 2 short years in Singapore before moving to Maine almost 3 years ago. I learned so much about different flavors during my travels in Southeast Asia, which basically helped in developing all these products. But living in Maine has been amazing, especially during the summer months when the weather is just perfect and the sunrise and sunsets are just breathtaking. So it's like basically living in the tropics without the scorching heat of the sun. So Buco chips are baked organic coconut chips. We have 3 of our flavors that are baked with low glycemic organic syrup, such as Maine maple and coconut nectar. They are naturally gluten-free and non-GMO. We do have our fun pina colada flavor, which we bake our syrup with pineapple juice and organic cane. Our flavors range from slightly sweet of our maple kiss with almonds and pina colada to the savory of Asian spice with cashews and the intriguing combination of our sweet and spicy. So I created Buco chips as a healthy alternative to fried chips. Our chips will basically perk up your taste buds while providing you that crunch that you often crave while snacking, and it's a good source of fiber and protein depending on the flavor. Our chips are great on its own, sprinkled on a salad, or as a topping for your ice cream, your oatmeal, and also your yogurt for that added crunch, texture, and also your flavor. So since we launched about beginning of the year, we are now in over 15 different locations in Maine, from Booth Bay to Kennebunk. We have one local store that started with 4 units of order about 3 months ago, and now they're up to 12 units a month. So we've seen increasing demand of our product within the last 2 months. And our customers are actually picking up our product because of the texture, the taste, and the flavor, and also, again, the intriguing combinations of all of our spices. So we're looking to build, hire, and expand. So with Greenlight Maine, we'd love to be able to afford our own production facility or equipment, or basically look for other alternative for a longer use of a facility. We want to acquire our certifications within the next year, our gluten-free, non-GMO, and organic certification. We want to put out more flavors. We have a couple of them that are in the pipeline that actually includes chocolates, so that's going to be a big plus. And also our products. So we want to partner with the sales and marketing representative and also consultants, and partner as well with a national distributor so we can expand outside of Maine and also the New England area. Our goal is to be in the grocery store chains around the New England area. There are extending their all-natural and also gluten-free offerings. So by doing that, we'll be able to produce more of our product, and we'll be able to offer employment opportunities in our community.
Okay, great pitch. John, first question over to you.
Well, first of all, Lorraine, you're very courageous to do this, and I admire you for launching this business. My question is more in the area of distribution and figuring out how you're going to make yourself stand out from, I mean, that's a very crowded shelf on the retail level.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is. I mean, we have a couple of different chips out there that's our competitor, and how we stand out is because of the crunch. It is different, and how we bake it is different from other competitors, and we use low glycemic organic syrups, and so it's good for people that have health issues like diabetics and stuff, and it's low in sodium as well. And so, you know, you don't get a lot of sodium intake as you would, you know, munching up on all the other fried chips.
Okay, Deb, next question over to you.
Again, kudos for your presentation. Very well done. I'm excited to try all of them, and very excited when you mentioned chocolate, so do that. You've got a customer right here, no problem. My question is around production. Where are you making this currently? Are you doing this in your home, in your kitchen? And you talked about using the funds through Greenlight to scale up your manufacturing. So tell us more about that.
Of course. Right now we have a shared kitchen, commercial license in the Yarmouth area. We share it with a bakery, so we're there when they're not there. We also have a home license kitchen, and so we do the packaging at home.
Okay, George, final question over to you.
So I'd like to hear a little bit about who your customer is specifically, and what's your unique selling proposition that motivates them to go for your product?
It ranges from the young and the old. I have a 2-year-old that tasted one of our Asian spice with cashews. It has a little heat on the background, but he ate the whole bag, and he loved it. And our customers' feedback is basically because of the taste. It's different from any other. It replaces their crunch with potato chips, so they take Veggies instead of their potato chips. And so, again, from the young and to the old, because it has a lot of usage, they can put it all on, you know, their salad and their yogurt and anything else. And then also the active people who play sports, because it has protein to kind of give you the energy that you need.
Okay, great back and forth there. We're going to be back after a short break for a discussion with tonight's sponsor, George Gervais from Maine DECD, here on Greenlight Maine.
I'm George Gervais, Commissioner of the Maine Department of Economic and Community Development. At the department, we work tirelessly to improve Maine's competitiveness. If your business needs help navigating through red tape and regulations, or is looking to invest or expand, our team of governor's account executives is a great resource. Government can't create jobs. It's our goal to become your partner, making Maine a better place to visit, study, and invest.
Hi, I'm Lori LaChance, President of Thomas College. Our graduate and undergraduate programs prepare you for success in your personal and professional life and for leadership and service in your community. I know firsthand the value of a Thomas degree. My Thomas MBA completely changed the trajectory of my career, giving me opportunities I would never have had without it. Thomas College provides a great education that is personal, relevant, affordable, and guaranteed.
If any of you in our television audience has a big idea, we encourage you to visit greenlightmaine.com for a list of resources and information about starting your own business.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. For a conversation with tonight's sponsor, we have with us George Gervais, who is Commissioner of the Maine Department of Economic and Community Development, or DECD. So first, George, thanks very much for your support of the show.
That was an easy decision for us to make, Don. Thanks.
Well, so you're part of the Maine state government, and you work a lot to help businesses here in Maine. So you want to talk a little bit about the kinds of things that you do?
Well, we are lucky enough to have in our department a group of people who are able to say the 9 most terrifying words in the English language to most businesses.
Which is?
We say, we are from the government and we're here to help. And what's unique about that statement in our situation is that's truly what our mission is.
Oh, that's interesting.
And we are here to help businesses, help them get connected to whatever resources they might need, and certainly to navigate the bureaucracy that is government.
Yeah, I've actually worked with some of those account executives, and I do think they really actually have the business interest in mind. So that's great. But of course, there's a lot of other things. There are departments that actually will be, some of them will be on the show. So you want to just give a high-level overview of some of those areas of focus?
Sure. So at the Department of Economic and Community Development, we have direct connection to some organizations that I think are especially well-known to the people who are connected to Greenlight Maine. And that would be the Maine Technology Institute.
Right, big funding source for a lot of innovative companies.
And the Maine International Trade Center.
Helping companies get markets overseas, yeah?
Yes, and also attracting foreign direct investment to the state.
Yes,
so
and bringing them investing
potential
here.
investment resource for companies.
Yeah.
We also have the Maine Office of Tourism.
Oh, interesting. So
DECD.
tourism falls under your jurisdiction as well. Interesting.
And then the team who get to say those 9 famous words, the account executive team within the Office of Business Development.
Gotcha. And I know you're also a supporter of some of the incubators or technology centers in Maine, and I think your funding has also been used for other things. So it's really great to see a part of the state government doing a lot to help businesses in Maine.
Yes, even the Community Development Office within DECD. I think those funds in the past have been used for purposes other than economic development. And they had good results over the years, but we've taken a different approach as, probably 8 years ago now, 6 years ago now. We saw a need to take those $10 million worth of funds that come through our department, and we have an economic development grant program that office runs as well.
So I know that a lot of businesses, they actually don't want to have to deal with government, but I know you feel kind of strongly that businesses need to play a role in influencing what goes on in Augusta. So you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so businesses really, really need to pay attention to what's going on in Augusta. And I spent 22 years in business myself.
That's right.
So I do know that rules the day. And every day you get up, there might be a new set of challenges that have nothing to do with policymaking in Augusta. But the message I always like to get out is that policymaking in Augusta absolutely can impact your bottom line.
Yep.
And those laws can be passed very quickly and very easily.
And those folks in Augusta, they do listen to entrepreneurs and large businesses alike. So that's part of the message is get out and talk to those folks in Augusta if you can. So George, thanks very much for being here. And we're going to be back after a short break with our second pitch of the evening here on Greenlight Maine.
Furniture for Greenlight Maine is provided by Thomas Mosher Furniture, handmade American furniture since 1972.
I think people walk into our store because they know we're going to treat them well, and they know they're going to get a good value for whatever they're looking at.
It's definitely something that you don't see at large corporate chains that have lost that real personal touch that we try to keep up with every day.
At Days, we constantly show that we care. They know that we're going to take care of them for years to come. It's not a one sale and done. We want to build customers for a lifetime.
Make sure that my jewelry comes from Days.
As a leader in Maine and New England in providing integrated accounting, consulting, and tax services to clients large and small, the team at MacPage has proven to provide innovative solutions to help us better meet our clients' needs. We enjoy the people we serve and care about the work we do. The success of our business is based upon our ability to develop quality relationships, one client at a time. MacPage. Accessible, approachable, accountable.
Greenlight Maine would like to thank Maine Startup and Create Week, a conference worth skipping work for.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. It's a good time to get hashtag Greenlight Maine ready because we're ready with our second pitch of the evening. We have David and Jim from Izzy's Cheesecake. Take it away.
Thank you, Don, and thank you, Greenlight Maine, for allowing us to present to you and tell you a little bit about our business. My name is Jim Chamoff. I'm the president of Izzy's Cheesecake. And beside me is David Eisenstadt, the original Izzy, who founded the company in 1985, making cheesecakes. I'm going to let Izzy tell you a little bit about how it all started.
Well, rich, creamy, classic plain cheesecake made in my mother's mixer was my favorite dessert growing up as a child in Lewiston, Auburn in the 1960s.
I attended Boston University and got an American history degree. Then after that, decided to pursue a gastronomical career. And cheesecake was one of my favorite items, of course. So at that time, I went to the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York. After graduation, started Izzy's Cheesecake in my apartment in Portland in 1985. At that time, I would just walk around to restaurants, knock on doors with the classic plain cheesecake and the chocolate cheesecake. Then marble cheesecake was added, and we were off and running. Then in 1989, we went full-time with 16-ounce cakes to supermarkets. And now we have added the mini cheesecakes. And Jim Chamoff joined Izzy's Cheesecake as a partner in 2015 to take charge of the marketing and grow the Izzy's brand.
My background is sales and marketing. I spent 30 plus years in doing such, and I had known Izzy in the past and saw what he was doing. I loved his product, and I said, Izzy needs help. He's there in the kitchen baking cheesecakes and didn't really have anybody out there promoting his product. So that was when I came in and said, I think we can help you grow this business. And that was February of 2015. And since February 2015, we've more than doubled the revenue of the company. We've expanded into new markets. We've done a lot of promotion. We did the Boston Food Show, where we had the biggest lines of anybody, and we had people from different countries around the world that were there because it was combined with a seafood show, and they kept coming back and saying, we were told to come try this. And these were people from New York, and so we got a big following. We have a perfect score on our reviews on Facebook. They're actually a 5+ for every single review ever done on there. So we know we have the product. Now we're just trying to figure out how we can get people to try it. So we think Greenlight Maine will help with that, getting the exposure. We're now marketing our mini cheesecake product in convenience stores throughout Maine, all of New England actually, and into Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey. And this is all new business for us that we didn't have before February of 2015. So we're very excited about where it's going. We think that we've got something, and we're looking forward to having everybody try it.
Okay, I'm sure the judges are looking forward to that too. So Deb, first question over to you.
Exactly, can't wait to try it. First of all, I love your branding, your Izzy's Cheesecake.
Oh, thank you.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
And I just want to commend you because what you've done, Izzy, is recognized, I think, that you need somebody to help you get the product out there. And this is a challenge that many businesses face. I like to look at the kind of the horse racing analogy. You can have a pedigree horse, the best horse in the stable, but if you don't have a jockey who knows how to ride that horse and get it over the finish line, that horse isn't going anywhere. So this is a great example of recognizing your strengths and your weaknesses and finding somebody to help round out that team.
So your question.
So my question is, what is the greatest challenge going forward? You've got many years of experience, but getting this to the next level, what do you see as the greatest challenge being?
So really, I mean, I feel that we've got the distribution that we were looking for. So we're beginning to get into a lot of places. Like, for example, right now, when I came on, we were not in any Whole Foods stores. We were in Portland, but they weren't buying the product from us at that point. We changed the packaging, and now we're in 20 Whole Foods stores in New England.
Great. Over to you, George. Next question.
Can you talk a little bit about what makes Izzy's unique? What gets you in the door? What gets you on the shelves in stores?
As soon as we get the product, somebody to try the product, that's usually the first thing is like, oh my God, I've never had cheesecake that's tasted like this. So every time we made a call to Whole Foods and gave it to the bakery manager, the next day we had a purchase order on the fax machine. So our product is unique because it's clean. It doesn't have a lot of junk in it. We don't fill it with gelatins and flour and whatever to make it heavy and big. So it's clean and people like that, natural.
Question to you, John.
So it sounds like your best approach here as far as marketing and getting the demand, building demand, is product sampling, trying it. So what's your strategy there? How are you going to get this out there so people can try it?
Gonna need to be a quick answer.
Quick answer, a lot of it is word of mouth. People are like, wow, have you tried that? It's amazing cheesecake. We go to Whole Foods, we do demos, and when we go there and do them, we sell cases of these things during the demos.
Wow, we're out of time for Q&A, and we'll be back after a short break for judge deliberations about these two great food companies here on Greenlight Maine.
Broadcast facilities provided by NESCOM, the New England School of Communications at Husson University.
Hi, I'm Lori LaChance, president of Thomas College. Our graduate and undergraduate programs prepare you for success in your personal and professional life and for leadership and service in your community. I know firsthand the value of a Thomas degree. My Thomas MBA completely changed the trajectory of my career, giving me opportunities I would never have had without it. Thomas College provides a great education that is personal, relevant, affordable, and guaranteed.
Since 2006, we've offered free ATMs worldwide to our customers, saving them over $16 million. Bangor Savings Bank. You matter more.
FAME is one of the great resources in our state to enable businesses to find financing.
FAME helps Maine businesses create and retain quality jobs.
Every person that we've dealt with at FAME has been helpful and has been, for us, a partner.
The whole idea is to find the right tool for the right job. FAME is the right tool because it's flexible and they're there when you need them.
From business startup through maturity, FAME works to get you to yes.
Thank you, FAME.
Thank you, FAME.
Thank you, FAME.
Please visit greenlightmaine.com to follow the progress of your favorite entrepreneurs and find information and resources about becoming an entrepreneur yourself.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. It's a good time to go to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to share your thoughts about tonight's presenters, because it's time for us to hear from the judges about what you all thought. So, John, I'm going to start with you. Strengths and weaknesses of each of these companies.
Well, they both clearly have a strength of being passionate about their product.
Absolutely.
It's authentic. It comes right from within them. You know, Izzy is, his name is the product.
Hey,
so
exactly,
you can't get any better than that. Quality of the product, really high.
Very high.
I love the healthy aspect of Buco. I love the coconut is the base ingredient.
Yeah.
I think that's great. I think there could be some, there's going to be some challenges when they get into distribution.
Yeah, distribution is definitely a challenge. Yeah. Deb, some thoughts building on that?
It's such a challenge with the food product because you really have to taste it to experience it. So that's the greatest challenge, is how do you get the product out there so people can taste it and sample it. One of the things that really impressed me about Izzy's was the team. Recognizing that we need to build a team here, that he can't be the baker and the marketer and the salesperson. So that's
they're one step ahead in that process.
Right, and it's working.
Yes.
It's clearly working for them. I also appreciated the fact that they're recognizing the market desire, if you will, for minis. And sort of putting out
a very good pivot. I
right.
thought, just
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm curious how many people who have purchased the mini have then said, I want the whole thing now, right?
Interesting.
I want the whole cake.
George.
Izzy's definitely demonstrated an ability to take advantage of an opportunity that's placed in front of them, because within 3 weeks, they're off and running with a new product.
Right, yeah, so they're very
They didn't
responsive.
ignore that opportunity. And I also liked, well, in both cases, there is something unique about both of them. There's a story behind Izzy's that allows it to stand out, and that product is unique, the smaller product. But having command of their numbers, that's important. Without command of your numbers and understanding what's going to make your business survive, and that's a bottom line that's black, not red, he seems to have a pretty good command of it.
Yeah.
So that was impressive.
Yeah,
and I think with Izzy's in particular, one of the challenges I think they've got is that, they've got a quality control issue, but more about shelf life. If they've only got 17 days of shelf life on the outside, and suddenly they've got this huge demand, I wonder how they're going to have extremely fast turnaround. Because suddenly it'll be off the shelf, and they've got to get new product in there.
Yeah, Devin, I know you've worked with a bunch of food companies.
Right.
What parallels do you see here?
Yeah, well, that is a challenge. When you have a product with a limited shelf life, it's hard to judge how much do you put out there and it's got to be quality. And he made that point. They don't want anything out there longer than the expiration date.
And they can't compromise on that by scaling up their processes to some extent.
Right.
Yeah.
Packaging is so important because you have to be attracted to the product. And again, if you can't taste it, something has to attract you to want to buy it. And I think both companies, Buco and Izzy's, did a great job with their packaging and their presentation, and that's really key. I think Buco, is it Buco or I'm never sure I'm saying that right. Buco, thank you. I think she's just a little earlier in the stage of her business,
Yes.
but I do see great potential for her as well. I think she really needs to hone in on her market a little more, though.
But she's got a really good grasp on the social media side,
she does.
the
that's
guerrilla
right.
marketing side. I love the Buka chip adventures.
Yeah.
You know, she talked about, if you go onto her Facebook page, which I did briefly during the break, you know, it's get your crunch on.
Yeah. George, additional thoughts here?
I would echo some of the thoughts around the marketing. There is something that's certainly advanced with her approach to marketing, and that'll pay off for her.
Okay, so some final thoughts in terms of a lot of things to focus on for all these companies, but in the next 6 to 12 months, what do you think they need to be focusing on?
Well, with Izzy, I think they've got to really convey, you know, the sizzle of the product right out of the gate. They've got to get product sampling going. I would almost think about if the unit cost is low enough on those minis, or they could make a mini. You know, just get it out there.
The
get
mini-me.
The key is try the product.
Deb, quick thoughts?
I think you're right. You know, both of them need to just continue to get the product out there and through distribution. And of course, as you scale up distribution, you have to scale up manufacturing in that capacity as well.
Yep.
So
George,
pay attention.
Knowing their USP, knowing their numbers. Those are the two keys.
Absolutely. Great advice, really, for all entrepreneurs. Well, I appreciate all of your thoughts here. We're going to be back after a short break to find out who's going to be moving forward tonight on Greenlight Maine.
Greenlight Maine would like to thank the Maine Department of Economic and Community Development, the Maine DECD, helping businesses and communities prosper.
In 1972, Tom Moser committed his life's work to craft, and 4 decades later employs 70 fine craftsmen and women in our shop in Auburn, Maine. With showrooms and customers from coast to coast and numerous awards and accolades, Tom has firmly established himself as an entrepreneurial tour de force and has proven that a life doing what you love is indeed possible.
This year's winner of Greenlight Maine will win this handmade Thomas Moser beacon box and $100,000.
I'm George Gervais, Commissioner of the Maine Department of Economic and Community Development. At the department, we're focused on making sure Maine people have the opportunity to build wealth. We do that through targeted activities aimed at retaining and creating jobs, marketing our beautiful state to millions of visitors, businesses, and marketing for workforce talent, helping new products and services and ideas commercialize, and getting Maine businesses access to new markets across the world, improving our competitiveness, making Maine open for business.
Please join us to find vital information on our website at greenlightmaine.com and be a part of our vibrant community on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Together, we're building Maine's future, one dream at a time.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. It's the moment of truth. We've heard the 2 pitches, we've heard the judges' deliberations, and now it's time, judges, to show the audience who's going to move forward tonight. That means Izzy's Cheesecake is going to advance to the finals, where 13 companies will be competing for a chance to win at least $100,000 in cash. And whether or not you at home agreed with the judges, you can go to greenlightmaine.com and vote for your favorite entrepreneur. We'll be back next week with 2 more exciting entrepreneurs here on Greenlight Maine. We'll see you then.
Greenlight Maine has been brought to you by the Maine DECD, helping businesses and communities prosper. Greenlight Maine would not be possible without the support of all of our corporate sponsors. Thank you.
Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine.
Greenlight Maine has been a paid-for presentation by the Portland Media Group.